Okay, YouTube, you ready for the tour? Had lots of people ask, so let's do the tour. United Truck Parts, Gooding, Idaho, the best truck salvage yard in the world. We don't keep a lot of stuff out front. Most everything we keep behind the gate, but for obvious reasons. But come on inside. Carry a lot of new stuff, mostly used stuff, but a lot of new stuff, new batteries. We always got competent folks behind the counter, so call Jerry or Glenn, they can help you with whatever you're looking for. Again, like good mix of new and used stuff. Some new rads, air-to-airs. And door number one. A lot of our new inventory. Steering gears, such. This is kind of where we dismantle and take pictures and the like. Truck seats for days. So no matter what you guys are looking for, we've probably got something to help. New alternators, new starters, big cans. Those are not 3030s, those are 36s, right? I just knew they were big. And it's the shipping room where when you guys order stuff on eBay or on, and we ship it to you. It comes through here. We do a whole bunch of diffs. We're making sure our inventory's straight and square on the diffs deal. We ship LTL also, so whenever you guys order something, we can ship whatever to you. So we got a lot of stuff going in a lot of different directions, different configurations of everything that we get in. We do our best to inventory, clean it, inventory it. So this is what we call C1, container 1, and this is where we keep all the engine parts. There's always going to be some stuff that we don't know where it came from, what it comes off of. There's always mysteries, but we do our very best for each item. We print tags so we know exactly what it came off of. And so that way we can tell you anything we know about it. There's a lot of stuff we don't know about, but you know, we're always looking for stuff with cracks or anything like that, and they get thrown away. They get thrown in the scrap bin. Doesn't mean we don't miss some stuff once in a while, but we'll always make it right. This is C1, the engine stuff. And we got whatever color you're after. Red, green, yellow. Whatever your favorite color is fine with me. This is the transmission Connex C2. Some automatics, some mostly 9s and 10s. 13s and 18s disappear so stinking fast. We can't hardly keep them in. But we do keep them in, or as we get them, we post them for sale and they're usually gone. We actually have a waiting list. I guess you guys can hear the train. We're right next to the railroad tracks, so that's super handy. This C3, container 3, doesn't really have a name. It's Just a lot of bulky stuff, used starters, and it's overflow for C1 engine stuff. Some stuff, you'd just be amazed at when you buy used, the price difference. Some things even I wouldn't even buy used. But most things, all trucks run on used parts anyways. Some things are really important that you need new, but a lot of stuff, if it's functional and you're looking for a budget-friendly option to stay compliant, stay legal, or to just this iron breaks down so fast, sometimes it's hard to format. But this is kind of the interior. The C4 is the interior. There's a good one. Well, good rebuildable one. If you know, you know. It's made in 9635. Mechanical cat, if you don't know. So C5 is suspension parts, but it's smaller stuff that's broken. We've disassembled it to a point that it's singular brackets for the most part. Like there's your Peterbilt frame horn. There's just some Kenworth frame horns, motor mounts, leaf spring mounts, front and rear, axle housing, clamps on top and on bottom for your U-bolts. Just a lot of different stuff off of every truck we get in as we get it processed. Wire harnesses, I don't love wire harnesses. Wire harness is one of those things that you never know. It's really hard to warranty, so we'll sell them to you cheap, but there's like zero warranty on a wire harness. The C6, and it's kind of always a staging area. There's always stuff that we've got customers that we're like working on getting shipped out and whatnot. The C6 is a lot of external miscellaneous, and we're always working on getting stuff consolidated, getting stuff in the right places. Like this throttle pedal or brake pedal probably should be in the other Connex, not here, but oh well. Wonder who wrote that. I'll bet Glenn did. That guy, you gotta watch him. But we're working on getting it all pretty organized. A lot of stuff's, especially the used stuff is all, really usable. And a lot of it's just ready to go right back to paint. And when you start looking at what OEM wants for miscellaneous chassis or body parts, and they want an arm and a leg, and we'll hook you up. So we do our best to inventory each little item, but there's always plenty of things that we haven't got to yet. Like all these cabs. There's still lots of good stuff in the old Columbia here that some of you need. And the old Ford what, 8,000 or 9,000 or something. Older guy. But there's a lot of stuff that, there's a Sterling. A lot of stuff, especially on some of this discontinued stuff, you can't even find anymore. They don't make. So your only option is to come to a salvage yard. So we're getting there little by little. There's more work than there is time, resources, time and money to do. This is our door Connex. There's 379. Another 379. There's a daylight door, KW. Pretty sure it's pretty stripped, if I remember right. Well, it's kind of just missing the inside door panel. And some latches and stuff. It's basically a shell with some glass. Obviously a good complete door is worth more than a pretty stripped one, but it all depends on your needs and what you're looking for. But we got some newer stuff, got some older stuff, and yeah, there's an oldie. But anyways, got all kinds of doors, so anything on your door that breaks, we can probably save you at least 50% of what new door components would be. Some inner fenders and splash guards and such. All of our air-to-airs, charge air coolers, and radiators, we pressure test them so that we know they're good. We don't keep a lot of them, but some of the more unique stuff we do. We carry the new stuff, or we can get it. But shrouds, we sell a lot of shrouds. When they're a fraction of what OEM wants. That one's garbage. That should not be in here. Because the customer already has a broken one. They don't want another broken one. So we'll deal with that post haste. And there's always just stuff that we're working on getting cleaned up. Like there's a KW front end with hood hinges and horns. We call this the quad. That's all of our body stuff. If you're looking for 379 fenders, the garbage we just throw away, but anything that can probably go to paint or have a minor repair. Some 379 stuff. There's a 359. That looks okay. A little crack up there, but anyways, just give us a call. We'll hook you up. All the cabs, new and old. Kenworth, Peterbilt, International, Ford. That yellow one's a Ford. Sterling. That green one's a Sterling. That one's a Sterling. Freightliner. And just more body parts. Is obviously some garbage we're sorting apart. Oh, the reason we're keeping it is we want to take mud flaps and such off. Stuff that we're still sorting through, seeing what's good, what's not, what we want to sell, what we want to just throw away. This is C9, and this is kind of our we've designated this one our hood Connex. This is kind of where we're starting some of the organization. So Peterbilt, Kenworth, hood brackets, hinges, under fender brackets for your mud flap stiffener. under hood, Peterbilt brackets, Peterbilt hood parts, stiffeners, so on and so forth. This one, again, this is where we're starting. A bunch of 359 steps. Gosh, a whole bunch of them. That's a Kenworth hood hinge. Hood alignment, brackets and such. There's a bunch of stuff. This one, we're getting this one organized, so we haven't stuff that we didn't know what was yet, or isn't tagged, isn't in our system. We brought out so we can get to dealing with it. There's your pretty good fender and side of a hood. Oh, little crack. Anyway, some sleepers, some peach sleepers. Pretty sure that's a Freightliner. Flat top. KW. Volvo KW. And this container we call C10. And this is the chassis or cross member suspension parts, but this, we kind of keep these together, where in the C5 most of it is individual brackets, where in here we leave the whole cross member together and send you that if that's what you need. And again, Kenworth, Peterbilt, Freightliner, Mack. You know, there's some Pete horns there. There's another one. You know, a lot of you guys hunting horns once in a while. We got them. So that's C10. Where shall we go next? Don't really need to go see every single truck we have left to process, but there is some. Let's just take a quick walk. I apologize about the wind, but the wind blows in southern Idaho, so that's part of the deal. Older Volvo. It's a KW sleeper. That doesn't look very healthy. That's what's left of a 379 cab. A lot of good parts still. Lots of good parts depending on what you're needing. Look at that seat. That's a dandy. We're working on getting it cleaned up. We want this place to be pretty spick and span. Lots of good parts. Lots and lots of good parts. Medium duty, bigger duty, Sterling, exhaust, fuel tank brackets, fuel tanks, air tanks, battery boxes, DPF injection stuff, Volvo, Freightliner. Still have a few motors in that we're working with. A lot of work, just it's a matter of priorities. Out back we kind of put all the scrap that we're done with. We send it off, turn it into dollars. Here's one of the hood. This is the bigger hood yard where there's a lot here that needs to go. There's almost nothing over here that can just go get put on a truck. There's a few. most of this all needs to go to a body shop, or it's just good for parts to send to your body shop that whatever you're working on. But we got everything from new to old to, whether it's emblems or hood latches or headlight bezels or whatever. Just whatever you're looking for, we probably got something. And we're working on getting more stuff in here. We're bringing more stuff in all the time. And, you need any frames, we got a lot of frame. Out there we have all the front ends off of, steer axles. Freightliners, Pete 386. It's an old, next to the orange there, between the orange and the blue, that's an old International, an old one, like a 70 something or other. I get the model number, but it's pretty old. It's an old Paystar that has a can't remember if it's a 6V or an 8V 92. I think it's a 6, but it runs. We've had it running, so that's cool. T800 parts, 379 parts, axle shafts, some tires when you need some to put on a trailer or something, just roll around or something for the farm. But some of the inventory changes so rapidly that a lot of these you could actually recap. They're probably less than 7 years old. A lot of them are probably older, but there's quite a few that. There's the old Pro Tote we used to haul in all the stuff. Some rear ends complete. We have some cutoffs down here, and we have more out front. Here we got some the engine yard that we're working on getting cleaned up, and we'll start taking all these apart, see what's good, what's not good on them. Go from there. There's a bunch of cutoffs. All these hoods, with the exception of this purple one, most of these hoods are pretty well ready to go on a farm truck. And of course, it wouldn't be fair if I didn't give homage to the old Scoopmobile. It's been a pretty good egg. This Wagner company, they have the patent, or they had the patent on the very first articulating loader. This was their second model, as I recall. I think the LD3 was their first. So yeah, every once in a while 1950 calls to check on it. She still runs. But anyways, cutoffs, trailer parts, trailer axle parts. Trailer parts sell really fast. We have a hard time keeping that stuff in too. But a lot of stuff. Hoods that are a lot of this, the body work is basically ready to just get put on a farm truck or a ranch truck. We do have some like this this W900 hood. It's basically ready to go to paint. As we were moving it one day, it just got bumped. So it needs that repaired and then painted. So, and everything here, you know, we're fully aware that that all this stuff isn't made of gold. If you saw anything today that you like, give us a call. We want to make a deal. We want to, nothing here is made of gold. We want it to move. So just give us a call. Go to the website. You can find us on eBay. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube, obviously. But yeah, I'm gonna walk back out here to the front sign. We don't. We just want to sell stuff. So keep, no matter what it is, we either have it or we can find it. We kind of deal with 1-ton pickups and up. So we don't have a fender for your F-150 probably, but sometimes we get that stuff in. Anyways, there's phone number again. Gooding, Idaho, United Truck Parts, 934-4632. If you're traveling through and you break down, we will hook you up. We will get you back going. And we'll work on trucks, tractors, construction equipment, any of it. And yeah, check out the website, UnitedTKParts.com. www.unitedtkparts.com. Okay, be safe out there.